Day 7, the importance of a disciplined, focused life. I want to share with you in the Devotional Podcast those things which have so encouraged me over the years. Those things that I have learned through failure, through getting up again and stepping into the Father's tracks and into His way. Oftentimes when raised in church or in religious institutions, a quiet time can become such law. And you find yourself strangely resistant to it. Maybe if I wasn't up by an early hour, I feel as though I've missed the favor of God, and don't try to get it throughout the rest of the day because you did not get up early. I must wait and try again tomorrow. These are not the ways of God. God draws you to Himself, and He stirs deep within you a hunger, and then you respond. And to live an abiding life, meaning I remain in the tracks of His goodness and of His ways. I do not live separate from Him, nor seek anything independent from Him. I allow Him to love me, lead me, instruct me, so that I might be a learner of His lifestyle, and that I might, any time of day, as I abide, talk with Him and walk with Him. And yet having focused time is very necessary. So in our remaining moments, I want to share this with you again from Celebration of Discipline. God has given us the disciplines of the spiritual life as a means of receiving His grace, His ability. The disciplines allow us to place ourselves before God so that He can transform us. The Apostle Paul says, quote, "He who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life." Close quote, Galatians 6:8. Paul's analogy is instructive. A farmer is helpless to grow grain. All he can do is provide the right conditions for the growing of grain. He cultivates the ground, he plants the seed, he waters the plants, and then the natural forces of the earth take over, and up comes the grain. This is the way it is with the spiritual disciplines. They are a way of sowing to the Spirit. The disciplines are God's way of getting us into the ground. They put us where He can work within us and transform us. By themselves, the spiritual disciplines can do nothing. They can only get us to the place where something can be done by Him. They are God's means of grace. The inner righteousness we seek is not something that is poured on our heads. God has ordained the disciplines of the spiritual life as the means by which we place ourselves where He can bless us. In this regard, it would be proper to speak of the path of disciplined grace. It is grace because it is free. It is disciplined because there is something for us to do. In the cost of discipleship, Dietrich Bonhoeffer makes it clear that grace is free, but it is not cheap. The grace of God is unearned and unearnable. But if we ever expect to grow in grace, we must pay the price of a consciously chosen course of action, which involves both individual and group life. Spiritual growth, spiritual maturity is the purpose of the disciplines. As we travel on this path in His tracks, the blessing of God will come to us and reconstruct us into the image of Jesus Christ. We must always remember that the path does not produce the change. It only places us where the change can occur. This is the path of disciplined grace. Stay with Him and let Him grow you. Let Him do what only He can. But you have the choice to place yourself consciously before Him.